Hey everybody, Jim North, Midnight Road Garage. I'm sure you guys remember the video I did about 10,000 miles ago on my 2021 Chevy 2500 HD. Well, I've got some stuff to report, so strap on in. So I can't think of a more fitting way to hit 10,000 miles on this truck than headed down the road, got the trailer on the back, gonna go check out an old car. There she is, 10,000. Well, time to make a 10,000 mile video for y'all and let you know what I really think. All right, so first up, I'm just going to do a brief overview of the truck. Oh, hang on a second. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare y'all. I was trying on Halloween outfits earlier and forgot to take that one off. There, that's much better. Anyway, let's get started. This is a 2021 Chevrolet 2500 HD custom Silverado. As you can see, I still have 30-day tags on it. That's actually one of my problems. Is not a problem. Virginia DMV is very slow about getting me tags. I got 10,000 miles on it already, and the tags just came in earlier today, so I'm going to be putting those on today. And that's my third set of 30-day tags, even though they're long expired. So the truck had no running boards, so I already did a video on installing running boards. I installed these. They're the Tiger Lander running boards. You can see all the previous videos on the truck. I'll put links in the description. I love these running boards. They made a world of difference. If yours don't have it, I do recommend them. Another thing I did is this truck didn't come with any wheel wells, so I added the Chevrolet wheel wells to the inside, the rear wheel wells. It had front wheel wells, but no rear wheel wells, so I added those, and way better with them, and after 10,000 miles they are holding up just great. No issues at all. Another thing that I had added was the box under the seat, and that's working great. I still love the automatic tailgate opener. It does make it really handy to put things in the back. So the truck did let me know at, I think it was about 7,500 miles, that this 6.6 liter turbocharged Duramax diesel engine did need an oil change. So I did get that taken care of by the dealer. The dealer I bought the truck from gives me free oil changes for life. So it would be foolish for me not to take that in for that. Hey Virginia DMV, thanks for finally hooking me up with some tags. Only took you 3 months. I've been through 4 jugs of Blue Death. I don't know how much I currently have left on that, but that's how much I put in 10,000 miles. So it's not that big a deal. And they pretty much say anywhere that has diesel fuel sells it. So that's that. Okay, now the part you guys have been waiting for. You want to know what I don't like about the truck? The list really isn't that long. I know, Ford guys, you're still upset about the hat, and you were hoping I had a huge long list, but I don't. But here we go. The number one item that bugs me is it's got a blind spot that I have been trying to adjust the mirrors around to get out of it, and it's there, and I don't like it. I think maybe it's because the truck sits pretty high, and the door, just the sides of the truck are real high, and it's got, let me show you. So as you can see, it's got that mirror up top, and it's got the mirror down below, and I have adjusted them a million different combinations to try and mitigate the blind spot, but I can't completely get rid of it, and that is just because the mirror is just up so high that so when a car gets right up next to the truck, it's so low that you can no longer see it in the mirror, and you can't really see the roof line yet. There's just a sweet spot right here, and there's really nothing you can do about it for the way this truck is. And if I adjusted the mirrors even more, it wouldn't do me any good. Maybe if I put one of those little convex round mirrors on there, that would do it. But I'm not going to do that. Those things kind of look dumb and they don't really work very well. But anyway, that's my number one beef, is the blind spot this thing has. And if you drive one, you'll probably see it, or maybe you don't. Maybe your style of driving, you don't see it. You don't notice it that much. I'm on the highway a lot, and it's kind of a pain towing. So anyway, next beef. Here's the deal with the radio. The radio works fine. It sounds fine. The satellite works great. AM/FM works great. No issues there. It works fine with MP3s. The problem I have is with the phone. Now, I have a Kyocera Duraforce. I know most of you probably have either a Galaxy or an iPhone. I have this because it's shockproof, scratchproof, and believe me, that's no advertisement for this phone. Don't get one. Anyway, this Android has problems with this phone. It works fine hooked up via Bluetooth, which is the way it is right now, but it gets all sorts of crazy with the Android Play app, and that's maybe not an issue with the radio itself. And it really gets squirrely if I try and hook up my iPhone, because my other job, I have an iPhone and I also have an Android, so I have two different phones, and that in itself is a pain. But hooking them both up, which you're supposed to be able to do, can quickly become a nightmare because one wants to override the other one. And so I have found out that the best thing to do is to hook up my iPhone first and then use the Android via Bluetooth. And even so, if I need to plug it in to charge it, iPhone first and then the Android. So if you're like me and stuck with that. Now, I also don't like that when I plug the Android in, it automatically launches Google Maps. I actually use Waze on my iPhone for my GPS, so it annoys me that it determines that I should use Maps, which I don't even use. That's kind of a beef. Another item with that is the two USB ports. One's regular USB, and then the other one is USB-C. They are connected to the radio, so whatever you plug in is going to go directly to the radio. You can, with the apps, you can tell it not to do it, but I wish that it had just had some USB charging ports. Now, the LT, LTZ models probably do have that. I don't know for sure that they do, but this being a custom, maybe why it doesn't have those. And what I'm probably going to do is just add a cigarette lighter charger, so I don't have to go through the BS of trying to disconnect the phone from the radio, because when it does go into it, it is kind of a cumbersome process. It takes it a few seconds to kick in, and then you've got to disconnect it. And if you're driving, that whole hands-free thing just goes out the window when you're having to turn crap off to make it work the way you want it to work. So that's my beef with the radio. If you only have one phone, probably won't be a problem for you, but it's definitely a problem for me. So as I mentioned, I did an earlier review of the truck, and a couple people chimed in with issues they were having. And one of them that potentially people could have is the brakes. The brakes feel funny on this truck to some people. Your standard power brakes on a car, or even some, a lot of 1500 type trucks, just use vacuum assist from the engine. This truck and probably other 2500s use power assist that actually is generated off the power steering pump, so it's completely different. It does have a different feel to it, and so if you're not used to it, it can feel like there's something wrong with the brakes. It's a valid complaint. It does feel different, and I have noticed one of the people commented that they noticed some brake creep. So when you're at a traffic light and you've got your foot on the brake, that it'll start creeping forward, even though you weren't before, and then you haven't let off on the brake any, it just starts creeping a little bit. I have noticed that a couple times, and literally you just push your foot down a little bit more and it stops. So it's not really, I wouldn't call it a safety thing. I really wouldn't. I think it's more of a, you got to get used to it. I wish, maybe Chevrolet could do something about it. I don't know if they can. But if they can, please do, Chevrolet. Please do. So another problem on the Custom. Look, before this, I was driving a 2004 2500 Silverado that had wonderful pleather seats in it, and it did not get dirty. You spill something on it, you just wipe it off, no big deal. That not the case in this truck, and maybe it's because I haven't had cloth interior in forever. But wow, does this thing get dirty fast. And nothing wipes off. You get the vacuum out and clean it off that way, because it's not coming off otherwise. Anything that you spill on the seat, I had a kind of a little bit of a rusty lamp sitting on the back seat, and so now the back seat's got, I'm not gonna call it a rust stain, but it was a pain in the butt to get that rust out. And that's, I guess, my fault for using a truck like a truck, but that's what I do. So it used to be something called Scotch Guard. Do they still do that? Maybe that's what I need to do. I gotta look into that. So here's a couple problems that are problems, but not really problems for me. So this truck has manual seats. They're not power, and I don't adjust my seat that much, so it's not a big deal to me. But one of the commenters in the last video commented that the good news is in 2022 you'll be able to order power seats with the Custom. I don't know if that extends down to the work truck, but with the Custom. Obviously with the LT, the LTZ, power seats are probably standard. So that's Custom specific. Another problem that's, it's a problem, but it's not a problem. Some people mention the price of the truck. What are you gonna do, man? They're all expensive. All of the all the major truck manufacturers, trucks are expensive right now, and that's just the way it is. So look for model year sales or just, I don't know what to tell you there. Even the used truck. I ended up getting this truck because the used trucks cost about the same as the new truck, so that's why I ended up getting a brand new truck instead of a used truck, because normally I'm a dyed in the wool used truck buyer, but not anymore. So another problem is not really a problem. When I hit the brakes hard on this thing, or kind of semi-hard, there's something in the back that makes a bumping noise. Like something shifts and makes a noise. And it's done that pretty much since it was new. I really need to crawl underneath it and see if I can figure out what it is. Most people would take it to the dealer to fix that, but then I'd be without my truck, and I kind of don't like that idea. So I'll see if I can figure it out myself. And if it's going to cost me money, then I'll take it to the dealer and let them fix it. All right, so there you have it. Those are my beefs. They're really not that bad. I still love my truck. After 10,000 miles, it's very comfortable to drive. I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely going to make follow-up videos. You know what? When I hit 20,000, I'll probably make another one of these. And we'll see if something changes between 10 and 20. So Be sure to like, subscribe, and I know you guys with the Ford hat, please hit the like button anyways. Don't hit the dislike button. Come on. It was just a joke. Come on. But anyways, I'll see you guys down the road, and look for my other 2500 HD videos in the description. Thanks, y'all. If you've got a 2500 HD or you're thinking about getting one, hey, be sure to put your questions, comments down in the comment field, and I'll be sure to address them in the next update video or in the comment section itself. Be sure to subscribe, and then you'll get notified of any update videos, and plus all the other videos I do, which a lot of those are old cars and stuff. But if you're a car person, you probably like my channel. Had this Ford hat on for 30 seconds. Give me a bald spot.